Half the overs gone, half the side back in the pavilion, but number 7 appearing to show more intent than the other 6 put together. And that is some good news for Bangladesh. Shamim Hussain coming up with a few good strokes, the intent, the bravado, call it what you like. 19 of 17 deliveries after the top order pretty much capitulated inside the power play. 58 for 5 in the 10 actually looks like a decent amount of a recovery. As expected, Hazelwood, Stark, and Cummins have all been impactful, wicket each for Maxwell and Zampa as well. Here on Cricbuzz Comm Box, joined by Harsha Bhogle. It looks a lot more respectable, but you'd have to say the back was broken early on.
It is, and it's an indicator of how a side is playing, that both of us look at 58 for 5 in 10 overs and think it's a recovery or a comeback. Most teams, if you didn't know what had come before, look at 58 for 5 in 10 overs, it's gone. But they were 30 odd, 33 for 5, right? How much is the partnership now? 25 or something. Partnership's 25, so they were 33 for 5. And I mean, it was so frustrating from 10 for 3 to 32 for 4 in that little 2.5 over period that produced 22 runs. I saw 2 outstanding shots from Naeem and at least one excellent shot from Mahmudullah, just to frustrate people who like to see good cricket. Say, this is actually what we can do, but you know what I will do? I will hit straight to mid-wicket and go away, which is what Naeem did, playing a terrible shot, trying to hit over with the pace and caught there. There's too many Bangladesh players, I think, who are not getting the longevity to their innings. They've got to find a way, and Mahmudullah is a good player, Shamim looks a good player. They've got to find a way to get to 130 from here. So get 70 in the back 10 and get to 130 and then say, okay, let's see what we can make of it.
Is this almost throwing back to another era? Because I remember early days when some of these young explosive batsmen were coming out. Ashraful was maybe more solid. There was a guy called Aftab Ahmed who used to come in there and play these gorgeous shots, 6, 4, 6 and out. And that's, I think, what they want to change.
61 of 27, Ashraful in the only World Cup game they've beaten a top-ranked test-playing nation, full member nation. And that was how good he was. But from here, let's look at the positives. What can they do from here? Mahmudullah's batting at the 15th, 16th over, come what may, because he's by some distance their best finisher. Then they've got to ensure that at some point, after a couple of overs, that Shamim starts to play big shot, because Mahdi can bat. You don't want to leave it after Mahdi. Mahdi can bat. So Shamim gives himself another couple of overs, but his natural style seems to be to go for it anyway. So it shouldn't matter very much. So Shamim plays his natural game. Mahmudullah's got to be batting at the 15th, 16th over. And then between them, and with the help from Mahdi, they take it to 130. But for that, they can't afford to lose a wicket in the next 2-3 overs.
I know, I believe they've been discussing this on commentary as well. But every time I looked at Shamim with the helmet on, I'm thinking Tamim Iqbal actually didn't come to the tournament, but he's somehow managed to find his way. He's registered himself as Shamim Hussain, and he's out there batting.
There was this guy called Shamim who looked a bit like Tamim. You're starting to write limericks now. But if he can be 3/4 the player Tamim was, he'll be happy. And then he should aspire to become 1.5 times the player Tamim was. I hope that ambition is there.
Certainly could be. But from Australia's point of view, after that early start, Stark got that early wicket. Hazelwood picked up a couple. They've still got enough overs to go. They won't want to take their foot off the accelerator. They won't want Bangladesh getting to that 135.
Hazelwood's looked the best again. I just thought that Pat Cummins would do what Nokia did. Just come in and bowl pace. Imagine you're playing a test match and just come in and bowl fast. And then see what output you get. Maybe he'll still do that in the couple of overs that he's got left, but someone's just got to come in and bowl fast. Mitch Stark could have done that, but I don't think he's as accurate as he was.
Well, at the moment, it's not just pace that's a problem for them, because even before we finished our conversation, Adam Zampa
No, not Comm Box again.
Yes, it is.
Not Comm Box again.
Adam Zampa has picked up another wicket for them, and it's the promising Shamim. Just as we were talking him up, whether it's Shamim or Tamim, he's edged it to the keeper, and now it's become 62 for 6. Mehdi comes in to join Mahmudullah. They both look really good, but now suddenly the plan will have to change.
Well, I mean, he's got 4 runs from that over and got out. 62 for 6. I think they should now reset, don't lose another wicket and try to get to 100. But their power play record is so poor that they're not giving themselves any opportunity thereafter. The power play just seems to be this gap they cannot bridge.
Yeah, it certainly is. If anything, we talked about our pre-match predictions, and Joy was trying to be very optimistic for Bangladesh, and certainly they'll be hoping if they can get to that kind of a total somehow. Mahmudullah's done it. We've seen it takes only a couple of players to do it in this format, and Mehdi's look very good with the bat. But we keep talking every player up, and they come, they flatter, they leave. Let's hope that doesn't happen. That's all on Cricbuzz Comm Box for now. Let's hope we have some better news for Bangladesh when we review at the end of the innings.